Welcome to the Sunday edition of the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. Georgie, big day yesterday. Another good card at Santa Anita. And the miracle of all miracles, we're actually starting this show 1 minute early for the first time ever.
Pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. Both of our guests really have a good eye for horse flesh and horse trips. And so we should get some great insight, I think, from both of them. And hopefully we'll raise some money for our Winners Foundation. It's the charity we're playing for that do such good work, both on the front side, back side. They're really a phenomenal organization. And hopefully our handicappers can turn their $300 bankroll into more than $1,000 so that we can give them some extra money to the Winners Foundation. But speaking of watching races, what did you think, Zoe? Bob Baffert did it again with Country Grammar, and it was spectacular.
Yeah, it was. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm only hearing basically one of every 5 words you just said. So I hope this is going through. I have a lot of pie of deaths going on my computer right now. My internet is just brutal. But Country Grammar and Bob, that's all I got from that whole 5-minute intro. I can tell you it was awesome. I mean, terrific training job. You got to feel bad for Pratt, who took off the winner, but you can't blame him for taking off Country Grammar. Or can you? I don't know. Kind of tough for Pratt. Didn't have the best days yesterday, but trust me, he's still made plenty of money. And kudos to Bob. That's a stellar training job when you think about the previous trainers that have had Country Grammar that basically could only win the Peter Pan with him.
Yeah, it was a good day. And Benny, I'm sure you watched the race. It was even the Hot Rod Charlie horse. He looked like he was dead about halfway through the race, and then kind of rallied on the inside and almost got up. But what's wrong with a couple million for running second in a big race?
It's so much money. I don't feel bad for Pratt at all. What's his share of that?
Enough.
It's got to be massive, right? It's like sticking $100.
I think it was something like 2.5 million to second place. So, wow. Don't feel too bad. You're right.
Yeah.
Too bad.
I think
he looked like
he was tomorrow.
He looked like he was spinning his wheels, and then just kind of when they got into the championship rounds, just kind of sucked up in there and pulled off second place money. Fun to see that winners group down there celebrating as well. That's pretty cool. I'd love to get out there one time in my life. It's on my bucket list for sure.
Everyone should go. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that would be very nice. So, hey, Georgie, we've got a couple heavy hitters, but they've got something to live up to. Yesterday, Ellis Starr crushed it with over $1,000. So some extra coin to the Winners Foundation, which is really what we're all playing about, right, George?
Yeah, really cool, Ellis Starr. And I think today we're going to keep the XBTV train rolling. Zoe is going to take down Benny. I feel it, baby. We're going to have XBTV all over the place. Zoe's been studying, and we're ready to win.
It might be easier if I just basically rugby tackle him later than try and take him down on this. I mean, just literally take his legs out from under him. I think that will be easier.
Oh my gosh, Zoe.
All right, Georgie, let's get the ball rolling. Let's go.
All right, Zoe, we started off with a $100 win bet on one horse in the card today at Santa Anita. Who are you going with and why?
All right, so I guess I'm supposed to pick the most logical winner for my $100. So the horse I think that's going to win the most is in race number 3. I'm going with the Ginger Queen for trainer Richard Bolters. I watched the replay over and over and over. She was the only one really closing. She's not a very big filly. I think second off the layoff for Bolters is going to be great. She gets a rider who's riding the turf course really well. That's Ryan Curatalo. There's only 5 horses in there. She gets the rail. I don't think she's really going to get in much trouble there. And she is my $100 to win the Ginger Queen in race number 3.
And I feel the Ginger Queen is going to crown Zoe queen because going to get a winner right there, Chappie, to start it off.
All right, the chalk is flying early. Ryan, where are you heading with your $100 win bet? Why?
It's funny. I looked at that too. I've got a negative on the one. I like the other Baltus, but I'm still rooting for Zoe. We're trying to raise money, so
sweet.
I'm going to the first race. What's that?
She said so sweet.
I know. I'm a
he's not rooting for you whatsoever. He wants to bury you. Let's face it.
That's true. So I'm going to go to race number 1. one of the angles I always like with first timers is 5/8 gate, 5/8 gate. Well, I don't get 2 in a row. I do get 2 bullets, or actually 3 bullets in a row from the outside horse. All 4 wins for Ruben Alvarado. There are plenty of 3-year-olds in this field. I suppose if 3-year-olds are going to overtake 4-year-olds, it's going to be going 5/8 on turf, so that they can get it done. But I still think there's a big advantage to being 4. I didn't think much of the other 3-year-olds that had run, and a couple of these are need the leads. The 6 Philosopher's Tone, absolute need the lead, and there was another one in there, Hot Legs Romola. Both broke bad and both absolutely blasted off and dueled. I don't see a way around that happening again. So they're both going to blast off. Hopefully the 9 can work out a trip from that high draw. So 100 to win, 9, all 4 wins.
I like
Right,
it.
so 100 to win all 4 wins, and even though it's Ruben Alvarado, I think we'll get every bit of the 5 to 1 there. I think the 3 Wee Babe is going to take a lot of play in there. So, Georgie, hopefully we'll get off the schneid early and have a big lead on YouTube. Where are you heading with your exacta?
All right, Zoe, you got an exacta to work with, either $100 ice cold, as Dave Weaver would say, or a box or a part wheel. Where are you going with your exacta?
I am going to go, and I'm going to box it. I'm going to go the last race. I actually love a first-time starter in here, trained by Hector Palmer, and that is the 2 Donna Flamer. I was actually out in the morning when this filly worked, and it was the oddest thing you ever saw. She came out of the gate, and the guy's yanking her back and eating dirt and not letting her go by the others, and I was like, I'm going to keep an eye on her and see when she's in, and here she is in for 40 with Ramirez aboard, who can ride, but he rides mainly at La Salle. So I think Hector may be trying to sneak one by this filly. My daddy knows best. So I'm going to go 2 Donna Flamer with the 1 on the outside. Paquita Tormenta comes out of a very live race at Del Mar last year. Zero Tolerance has now won 4 of 6. Bowl of Cherries, Cologne, all came out of that same like-minded race. For Richard Boltus, you get the weight off. I can't really pick between the 2 of them. Benny can, because he's a proper handicapper. But I'm going to box it, Ryan.
All right.
Well, that was not the last race. It's
I was going to say,
That's the 8th race.
early. She's actually,
race.
yeah.
You actually had me sweating. I was thinking I was looking at the wrong card. So kudos to you for making me nervous. I actually do have a really strong trip note on the 8, so I might make an extra play on my own as a side bet with that information. That's good stuff. As a matter of fact, if I could kiss Zoe's Heine a little bit, we have great women on our feeds. Millie and Zoe and Michelle.
Hold on.
Job. Actually, I don't listen to many people. There you go. I don't. People that know me, I'm kind of a half-empty kind of a guy. I work a lot on negative motivation. Just me. It's my personality. I can't help it. I watch a lot of races all over the country, and most of the on-air talent is kind of so-so. Santa Anita has really good information, and I listen to Zoe and Millie. They're out on the track. They offer some really good stuff in terms of who's warming up well, who's nervous, all that stuff. And I highly recommend people unmute their live feeds because there's some value in there for sure.
Thank you,
Agreed.
sweetheart.
I'll be here
Wow.
all week. I'm here
George,
all week, so.
George, new things. We had 2 new things on the show today. Ryan actually giving a compliment to somebody, and there was actually a butt kissing live on air. So
Literally. It was fantastic.
we'll take it. We're,
right.
all right, after your enough kissing, you know what? Where you head with your exact and why, Ryan?
Real quick. I just want to say that in that 8th race, for you guys watching, there are 2 scratches. Scratch the 4 and the 5. So it's Tracy DeVicento and Darling Donna. They're both out. Just as a point of information. Okay, go ahead, Jabby.
Go ahead with your exacta there, Ryan.
All right, so we're gonna head to the last race, Zoe. And we're gonna throw out a couple prices here. I mean the 7 Eversmart. If you watch that trip, it's hilarious. This horse is about 2 lengths from the lead. Is targeting in between spot. She gets shut off and suffers a massive shuffle. She probably lost 6 lengths and probably 6 or 7 positions. She went all the way back to last. rolled up. She fired huge through the late part of the stretch, but early in the stretch, she was even kind of being ridden cautiously. They had no path. That was a miserable trip. I think the 7 is live. I love what they're doing with Quora. On the cutback, recent claim, Vladimir remains white hot. Those 2 are live. And then I also like the 1 a little bit.
The 1 is scratched.
The 1 is scratched.
Yes.
Oh, this is brutal. Okay, well, let's just box 5-7 then. I was going to put the 1 on top of the 5-7. We'll just box the 5-7.
Okay, so 5-7 box. Vladimir Serin first off the claim, and obviously he was having a tremendous meet. And Eversmart, I bet the last time that horse ran, so I can vividly remember the trip without even watching it again. Brutal is with capital B, that's for sure. So we got some prices in there, Georgie.
Yeah, definitely got some prices. I look behind Zoe and I see is that Big Ben and a telephone booth that she goes in and turns into Superwoman when she comes out. Is that right?
Yeah, it's Big Ben, and then there's the naked Burt Reynolds back there if you're really interested.
Okay,
We've got a lot of nudity on this show today between
it's all
kissing butts and naked Burt Reynolds. George, don't take off your clothes, please. That's all I'm asking.
No, we won't. It's funny because you picked Neil Drysdale. I got a funny story. I was standing behind him in line in the cafeteria, and he goes up and he's funny because he goes, they go, "What would you like?" And he goes, "I'd like a fish on a plate." And the lady's like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Take a plate, grab the fish, and put it on the plate." It was hilarious, but you had to be there. And the lady behind the counter was befuddled, but she finally somehow got the fish on the plate. And it was good, so cool. But Drysdale's doing well. He's really picking up. There was a streak there. He wasn't winning at all, 0. And all of a sudden, he got hot, and that's the way it works in this business.
No question about it. Yeah, good for him, too.
All right, you got a daily double, Zoe, a daily double to help raise money. Where are we going with our daily double?
Daily double. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I'm going to go in the last 2 races because I have a different opinion in race number 9. So I'm just going to go straight with the race number 8, number 2, Donna Flamer, to race number 9. I love the 6, Thrump's Dream. I thought she had a very good trip off the layoff last time out. I think maybe Ramirez moved a little too soon. He's not familiar with the downhill turf course. So I think she ran well enough to where anyone else would have ridden her fresh off the layoff. She's probably going to win. And it's good to hear from Ryan about the trouble of Eversmart in here. But I think Thrump's Dream may have been the best. And I think with a race under her belt and Johnny V, that she will be the best in today's last race. I'll go head to head with you for a bottle of bubbly, Ryan. Let me make something out of here.
I like it.
Done?
Man.
It's for the beer game.
Do you want to know why I'm in? Because part of your handicapping process, he said Ramirez, actually Ramon Vasquez rode that horse last time.
I mean Vasquez, it's the same.
No, you can't correct yourself now. You made a mistake, and I'm calling you out on it, and that's why I'm going to win the bottle of bubbly.
No, because Vasquez doesn't know the hill either. I could be Ramirez or Vasquez. It's basically the same thing. Neither one of them knows how to ride the hill. I could ride the hill better, so I'll take the champagne now.
Joey, did you notice how he was praising you earlier, and now
it's deteriorating?
I mean, I'm like,
let me get the knife out of my back.
Yeah.
Yes. It turned into downhill. It turned into a 6.5 furlong. It went downhill quick.
Yeah. Take the lips off your butt and put the knife in your back. That's what they call it. All right, Ryan, it's double time. Where are you heading?
Let's go to race 7.
Ooh.
We're gonna zero in on a couple runners here. Grayson Sun, who, if you watch that last race, everybody knows I'm big on trips. Broke a little bit bad, lost. He lost his spot, and then was absolutely blasting off and would have cleared easy.
Yes.
So Grayson Sun's got a ton of speed. Hopefully he can clean that mistake up at the start and show that speed. He's a use for me, and then just to his outside, we're going to go with. I don't even want to say that name. That's a bizarre name for a racehorse.
Do you know who Dick Best was?
No, I don't.
Richard Halsey Best was an American dive bomber pilot and a squadron leader in World War II.
There we go.
That's badass. Dick Best is an absolute use for me. Because when I was, for whatever reason, I was like reversing that, and I'm like, why is this horse named this? That's
reversing it.
I just looked at the name, and I'm like, oh god, that's terrible. But that's a fantastic name.
It's a fantastic name, Richard Halsey Best.
Yes.
So Dick Best is my other horse. Huge inside bias. I'm not a huge bias guy. They're kind of tiebreakers for me, but that track was absolutely dominant inside. He was wide all the way around. Both of these horses have kind of sneaky, decent turf pedigree. I think one of those is going to get the job done. And then we're going to head to the 8 horse in race 8. Again, sticking with the 4-year-old angle. I think Zoe used this horse in one of her plays earlier as well. I do have a good trip note, and I think the outside post and older running against the younger in a short field with those scratches probably be odds on, but that's okay. We're going to get
all right. So 3-4 with the 8. Of course, we win the gutter again with the naked Burt Reynolds and the Dick Best thing. But I do have a question actually before we go any further. So I had watched that replay of Grayson Sun. I encourage people to do that. Like he said, had tons of speed and just got completely shut off. But who is the jockey named on there? I do not know that name. Yes, so I knew someone.
Kanar, I think his name is Zonette.
Okay.
Yes.
And I actually asked, Louis Mendes wasn't here the other day and his assistant was here. If you look on Equibase, it basically has no wins for him anywhere. But he's won hundreds of races in Venezuela.
Oh,
okay.
He's a very good jockey. So he's over here primarily riding for him.
Got it.
He's good.
And if you're listening, I'm looking to be a jockey agent, so hit me up.
I'm ready.
Oh no, not you.
Why not me?
I'm just kidding. The Venezuelan kid, whoever this is. Can you ride?
What's wrong with me?
I'll carry your book.
Carry it?
Well, I'll do your book. I'll run your book for you. Let's go.
Run my book? We're not running bets here.
Okay, here. You're going down. Now I'm pissed. We're taking.
Oh, but keep it clean, please.
Yeah.
Well,
to a hate fest real quick, George. All right. It's what race did we not use for the tiebreaker? I mean, with these two heavy hitters, there's no way we're going to need the tiebreaker, George. But
what about race 5?
Race 5.
Happy birthday, Mike! His 80th birthday race. Let's go with that one. To start
race 5. All right. Take a look at race 5 for the tiebreaker. We're going to spin the wheel of doom to see who gets the first call. Blue Chappie. That means you, Benny. You get first pick in race 5 for the tiebreaker.
I'm going to concede to Zoe. She can pick first.
Well, that's the first. We've never had
Who said chivalry is dead?
Wow.
I'm going with the 5, Johnny Podres.
All right, 5.
Yep.
5 Johnny Podres. All right, sounds good. There's a Coratolo again.
Benny.
I'm going to go. I'm assuming this horse is a big number. I'm going to go with the 4, highly distorted.
4-1.
4-1.
4-1. Okay, square at least.
All right, we're set.
Tiebreaker sounds good. You were talking about trips through the whole handicapping show, and Ryan, we have Trip No Pros for free available on our website at santanita.com. Tell us a little bit more.
Well, yeah, just opt in. It takes you literally 30 seconds, and what we do is just do all the replay analysis for you. So you guys have been a great partner. We appreciate you, and we put in the time for your fans. It's there's a link. I think it's santanita.com/tripnotepros. Literally takes 30 seconds to opt in. And then we're doing the same actually for Keeneland. So you go to their website, there'll be an opt-in there. And then there's another ADW out there that we won't mention today, but we're doing some stuff with someone where we've got some highlighted stuff for them. So, but santanita.com/tripnotepros.
And Zoe, I don't know anybody who uses the xbtv.com services more than Chappie. He spends all day looking at the workouts. That's such a great handicapping tool. XBTV in many respects, not just the free workouts. There's information. Jeff Siegel, you guys put on a great show. Tell us about all the things that are available at xbtv.com.
Well, I mean, one of the things that we have is we're not just a West Coast biased here. We all know West is best, but there are races on the East Coast, and you can look up many works on the East Coast, not only in the wintertime at Gulfstream Park, we go to Payson Park, we also go to Palm Beach Downs and Palm Meadows, but in the summertime, I'm usually at Saratoga, so we get all the works at Saratoga, and the things that I preface and things that I like to concentrate on is maidens, horses that people know nothing about. And this is the only way you're going to be able to see for yourself what these maidens look like. I mean, there's nobody else that does this. And I think that is key.
And it's $5.99 a month, or what is the price?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. just sign up. Just got to get a first account. You're good to go.
It's fantastic. I know, Chappie, you are on that xbtv.com all day and all night. Literally.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's kind of like what Ryan said, between watching multiple replays and watching workouts of first-time starters, it's the only way you can get an edge. And then, you got a single where other people don't. That's why you make money. You might have some bad beats once in a while, but you got to take the good with the bad. That's what happens.
You'll have a better day today, Chappie. Don't worry.
That's right. We're going to come right back today.
Also, we got a chance to see Epicenter, who looked very, very good. But we've got a 3-year-old race of our own coming up, and tickets are available at santanita.com for the Run Happy Santa Anita Derby that's coming up on April 9th. So we encourage everybody to go to the website, get those tickets early. It's going to be a big, big day, and I'm looking forward to that race, Zoe.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. It's really going to be fantastic. Obviously, we've got some horses changing hands out here in Southern California. So Tim Yakteen is going to be at the helm. And Tim Yakteen could have a really big day on Santa Anita Derby Day. And it's funny, his barn just seems to be heating up.
He's heating up.
Yesterday. Yeah. He's got some live ones today. I mean, Tim's going to be splattered all over the newspapers soon. And good for him. Tim's a really good guy, hard worker, good trainer, and well-deserved.
Yep, and he, like you said, he's really caught fire here lately.
Yeah.
And now on Santa Anita Derby Day, I don't know who else is running, but it looks like it should be the showdown between Forbidden Kingdom and Messier. So that should be something to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun day, and we expect a lot of people to come out to Santa Anita. There'll be all kinds of promotions. I only wish one of the things that I would love to do is just to be a patron one of those big days and just to walk around with a beer in my hand. I mean, that to me would be one of the best days ever. I mean, maybe we could do that as well, chap.
That's what Benny does.
Yeah.
Hey,
Zoe, double-fisted. Yeah, of course.
Zoe, Tim Yakteen's barn is on fire. It's hot. Everybody is paying attention to the Tim Yakteen barn. Everybody can find that barn, except maybe one jockey who had trouble finding the barn. Is that correct?
Yeah, so if you're wondering why the doppelganger work is not on the XBTV website, I was up there with the camera and looking for doppelganger, and he's supposed to come out first after the break. I'm looking. Can't find him. See a couple of other Tim Yakteen trainees. I'm like, is this him? Is this him? And then the next thing he goes flying by, and I see Tim after, and I'm like, we missed doppelganger. He goes, Johnny V was late to the barn. He couldn't find it.
Great story.
He wasn't very happy, but he did work the horse. He doesn't usually work a whole lot of horse in the morning, but he couldn't find Tim's barn.
Well, he knows where it's at now. He better. That's a great story. I love it. All right, Benny, any last comments, buddy?
No, although I will be. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it out on Santa Anita Derby Day, but I will be coming out next weekend. I've got some stuff I got to take care of, but I think you guys have something going on in the infield. I'm bringing wife and daughter out. I think there's carnival stuff going on. So
that's right.
I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait to get out there next weekend.
Yeah, that's fantastic. They already started putting up some of the Ferris wheel is humongous. It is a gigantic Ferris wheel. They're going to have a giant slide. It's going to be so much fun, perfect for the family in the infield. So many rides and games and food and music. It's the Santa Anita Park Spring Carnival. And if you go online to santanita.com/events, you can get discount tickets for the carnival. So I encourage you to do that. A lot of exciting things going on here. It was very exciting to have both of you on the show. We wish you the best of luck in your careers and on the show today. And one of you, this is the last game of the first round. So whoever wins is going to come right back pretty much next week. So good luck to you both, and we'll see one of you guys next week.
Thanks, guys. Good
May
luck.
the best man win.
Burt Reynolds back there.
We're going to end it on that note.